彼女嫌がってると思います。
誰あんた？今俺がこの子と話してんの。邪魔なんだよ。
イケメンやっつけてみんなに叱られる未来がやってくるなら、俺号泣していい。
かっこいい。これだ。黒髪の優勝。もう乗り越えた。
When you are watching an anime that's special, everything that happens or that's happening or everything that's occurring within the different episodes is interesting. Like really, really interesting. And I think that's what we have here with I Got a Cheat Skill. And I'm just basically taking that whole really long title and just saying I got a cheat skill. But I think that's what we're witnessing here with this anime. And not everybody is going to feel this way. There's going to be tons of big YouTubers who go and say, this is the trash anime of the season. It's the trashiest trash. But the reality is, don't listen to them. This is something special. And I think that the studio really has something special on their hands. They have a engaging story. They have a unique premise. They have a unique character. And they have amazing animation. Those are all the things that make up a really, really good anime. And I think, again, like I said, I think that's what we're witnessing here, is we're witnessing this story occurring in two parallel worlds between one character. And it's doing a lot of different things, right? This episode made it evident that Yuuya still thinks he's ugly. He's still operating under the prior mindsets of fat and ugly, okay? So everything that he's experiencing is new to him. But his benefit versus people who naturally are good-looking and tall and who have always been that is their egos and the way they see the world and treat people are vastly different than somebody who is where he comes from, which was fat and ugly. And that is a realistic take on the benefit that he has. Is he has the humbleness, the generosity, the realness of a human, of somebody who is not that egocentric maniac because they've been this modelistic type person their whole life, right? So I love that we're taking a character in Yuuya and we've transitioned him into being this, really good looking guy. And he hasn't really quite awoken to the fact that he's incredibly good looking, really tall, right? And then when people talk to him, he does it with this humbleness and this sincerity that, like, even when he had those girls approach him, if he would have been like the blonde guy or something, he would have been an ass to them. But instead, he was really thinking about like, oh, well, I don't want to be rude to them. I really appreciate the fact that they came up to me. How can I make sure that I let them down but not hurt their feelings? And that's not something, those thoughts aren't something that enter people who are that modelistic type look, right? And he was like, I'm really sorry, guys. I'm really busy today, or else I would, And he left them dumbfounded to where they were still like in shock of like, wow, is he a god? Is he a kami? And I love that take that they've done here. It's just so well written and so well crafted, and it's so believable, and that's what I really enjoy. Now, the anime does bring us back. When we get towards the end of the episode, it brings us back to the fact that he's, can go to this other world and he has magic and all, it brings us back to that. But reality is we got a effing good episode of a dude who goes out and he's like, I never cared what I wore before. I need to care now. I can't keep wearing the same outfit. He goes to the mall. He's struggling just trying to buy clothes for himself. He's like, I don't know what to wear. I don't know what looks good. He's struggling, right? Then we get introduced to this photo shoot that's happening. And this dude, this director guy of this photo shoot's waiting on, this, big guy to come. And he uses his trump card. His trump card is just to go find a good-looking amateur to go and fill in this roster. He finds Yuuya immediately, and after that, I wrote down, like, it's a wrap. And because, again, Yuuya doesn't know how to handle interactions and situations, he didn't say no because he probably just simply didn't know how to say no. So he does it, and he does a good job at it. And again, he has that sincerity and that vibe to him that is real. And he's having real moments with this model girl in Mew. I think her name is Mew. And, he's getting actually nervous. And, he's having these real moments that are being captured on camera during this whole time, which is really cool to watch as a viewer. Then, this whole thing ends up, and the guy who was supposed to be there comes back. He makes him look like a fool because that guy went to swing at him. I don't know if he tripped on Mew's handkerchief, and that's what caused him to, like, move forward. But regardless, like, Yuuya snaps into place and grabs him and just, like, judo slams him. And this guy's, like, contemplating his whole life because he's apparently, like, a boxer. And Yuuya was like, yo, this dude was moving. So he was moving slow as molasses. And that just means that his skills from the other world transfer into this world as well. Great power comes with great responsibility. And, with that, he garnered the favor of Mew, not only by having a real interaction with her, asking, like, not, appreciating the work of the people behind the camera and the producers and, everybody that was there, but also appreciating the fact that, like, what she's doing is really, really, really hard. And he acknowledges that verbally, and then he asked her, like, why'd you want to become a model anyways? And we find out that Mew wanted to be a model because she wanted to be seen because her parents were always busy, never gave her attention. And that's typically what happens with kids who don't get attention by their parents at all, is they try and seek it by other means. And that's what she did here. And again, that's a very well-written, real reason. And it's a real thing that you see, like, in real life, is, like, people who, weren't not necessarily loved by their parents, but, like, people who didn't get that attention, they try and seek it elsewhere. They seek that validation. Eventually you get old, and for the most part, people grow out of that. You stop caring, but she's a young girl. She's like, 17, 18 years old, somewhere around there, 16 to 18 years old. So she cares about that thing still. So we find out that, he does the photo shoot. He, again, very humble, very sincere, very thankful of the opportunity. They offer him a position. He's like, no, I can't do anything well yet. I don't want to commit to something where I'm just not there yet in life. And they respect that. They pay him in clothes, which was awesome. The director curated clothes that would look good on him. So now that whole entire issue of him trying to find clothes that suited him, he had somebody do it for him, and he got, like, designer clothes and stuff. So that's dope. And then the episode ends with him finally going back to the other world, and the princess is crazy. She's insane. She decided to go back and put herself in danger just to hopefully meet him. Hopefully, for a chance to meet him again. Thankfully, she timed it well. He was there. He was killing the goblins, and the girl, the princess, asked him to marry him. And I was like, wow. So that's crazy. So what's he going to do now? He's going to have a girlfriend or a wife or fiance in this world, and then he has to deal with the other girl that recruited him to school, and then Mew, and then, he's probably going to have multiple female interests. So that's going to be really cool. He might have male interest too. It could happen, you know what I mean? And then the episode ends, and after the credits, the episode ends with a bunch of different production companies and agencies witnessing the photos that was taken, and now they all want a piece of Yuuya. So now he's gonna get recruited to somebody, which I think will be interesting as well too. So great episode. Again, I think we're witnessing something really special here, and maybe you don't feel that way, and that's okay. Let me know in the comments on why. But I feel that way, and I'm loving this anime. I'm feeling the same way I felt about Eminence and Shadow last season. I have those same feels here. Like, I'm genuinely looking forward to watching this, and when I watch it, it's just like, yes, this is what I want. So, anyways, have a good rest of your week. Thanks for watching. I'll see you next video.